Hey there, my loves. I am Lady Kimberly Michelle, and welcome to Soul Health Matters. Are you anchoring and ascending today? I hope so. Well, as always, let's start with our first anchoring breath. We always want to arrive fully in the moment, making sure that we are blocking off any distractions and any cluttering thoughts that might hinder our ability to hear our own spirit. So let's start by taking a deep breath in through your nose. And I'm going to ask you to hold it for a second and then release it slowly. All right, one more time. In through the nose deeply. Inhale. Make sure you hold it for a second until you feel your lungs rise. And then go ahead and exhale slowly through your mouth. It's like letting the air out of a balloon. You can make that little sound. Now let's also release some of the tension from our bodies, unclenching our jaws, relaxing our shoulders, relaxing our fingers and wiggling our toes. Just take a moment to sit back at ease. Feels good, right? Okay, so we are continuing the 10 guiding principles. If you haven't heard the first two, I encourage you go back and tune in to the last two episodes. We want to make sure that you get those down. And today we are stepping into guiding principle number 3. Discuss your dreams, not your drama. Now, this will likely resonate with a lot of us, right? We're going through some trying times in politics, in our finances, in our homes, in our relationships, especially the social butterflies, right? And the chatty Cathy's. We have all needed to just vent some frustrations out to our closest and trusted friends one time or another, right? But do you know that when we have these conversations repeatedly more than once, we could be doing more harm than good to our physical bodies? Yeah. Allow me to ask you this. What do you talk about the most? Is it what went wrong? Who disappointed you? What they said? What he said? What she said? What you said? What's unfair? What's falling apart? Or, on the contrary, do you find yourself talking more about what you're actually building, the things that you're passionate about? Because here's the truth. Most people don't want to hear this, but you are physiologically programming your body with your conversations. Every single time you rehearse the drama, your body is reliving that drama each and every time. Your nervous system, it doesn't know the difference between a current threat and a remembered threat. Your body, your physical body, believes that it's still happening every time you rehearse it. But there is a cost of rehearsing our drama. When we consistently discuss our conflict, our disappointment, the betrayal, and the frustration, our bodies are releasing stress hormones and adrenaline and cortisol. And over time, that becomes chronic inflammation, elevated blood pressure, anxiety, exhaustion. We begin to experience a weakened immune function. And yes, a prolonged stress habit has been linked to increased risks of heart attack, stroke, and other illnesses like cancer. We literally can make ourselves sick by reliving the drama in conversation over and over again. And it doesn't suggest that we're weak. It's just that the body keeps the score of every time we relive that trauma. The more we narrate the chaos, the more our body prepares for battle. And some of us are actually walking around, but you have the power to shift that energy just by talking about your dreams. So let's flip it. Think about it like this. What happens when you talk about your vision? When you say, I'm writing a book, or I'm building something, or I'm thinking about a new business, I see myself healthy. I see myself jogging or riding my bike in great shape. I'm becoming more disciplined in my eating habits, and I'm meal prepping, and you're talking about your meal preps, and you start talking about how you're more aligned in your relationships. And when you talk about things with these topics, and these are the types of comments that start the conversation, your body responds differently to those conversations because it creates hope, and hope activates dopamine in our bodies. Excitement about those things that we're hopeful for, it releases endorphins, right? When we talk about our vision, instead of being bogged down with anxiety, we have less stress. Okay, so gratitude, it's going to regulate our nervous system. If we spend more time talking about the things that we're grateful for, we tend to feel more at ease with our lives and with our day-to-day experiences. When you discuss your dreams, your posture even shifts, your voice lifts, your creativity expands, and you begin solving instead of spiraling more frequently. You become more inspired by your own conversation when you talk about the things that you're hopeful for. And here is the beautiful part, my loves. You inspire the people around you because dream talk, it is contagious. The more you talk about the things that are bringing you joy and the things that you're excited about doing in this new year, other people around you, they become infected with that same energy, and they want to talk about the millions they're going to make too, right? And here's why we default to drama, though. Let's just be real. Drama is easy. It's easy to grab the drama for conversation. It's available. We've all got some things that we are unhappy about, things that are causing us frustration. We've all got drama to talk about. It's right there. It's even socially acceptable to talk about your drama. People bond over their complaints and over gossip and over the trauma. People bond over, can you believe what happened yesterday? We bond over the negative too often. Very few people are disciplined enough to say, hey, I don't like the way this conversation makes me feel. Let's talk about what we're building. Because discussing dreams requires responsibility. When you speak out loud, you now have to show up for that thing that you're sharing with your partner or with your friends, because dreams demand growth. Drama, on the other hand, requires nothing from us. So let's begin to make a conscious choice in every conversation that we have. And this is not about denial, okay? This is not about pretending that the pain didn't exist. It's not about pretending like he didn't say what he said or she didn't do what she did, okay? We're not going to pretend that it didn't happen. There is a time to process things that are happening in our lives. There is a time to seek counsel, and there's also a time to release those things. But there is a difference between processing the pain and performing it repeatedly in conversation. Guiding principle number 3 says we do not live in rehearsal of chaos. And that's what we're doing when we're discussing the drama. When we've called our sister, our cousin, our auntie, our brother, our uncle, and everyone gets the same story play by play. We are rehearsing the chaos in our bodies. We process it, we learn from it, we extract the wisdom from it, but then we have to shift our language, because what we repeatedly discuss, we strengthen that thing. So let's do some life application and make it practical. Let's do a soul audit, so to speak. I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to think about it. You don't have to answer right now, but chances are you probably already know. What percentage of your conversations are problem focused? The next question, who in your life only calls to discuss chaos? Is that you? And if it's not you, I know you know who that person is in your life. How do you feel physically after conversations with those people? I want you to start noticing your body, the tension. Do you feel the tightness? Do you feel drained and depleted after the conversation? Do you feel tired and heavy? Or do you feel lifted and inspired? And are you inspired to go and be more creative in your office? Your body will tell you which conversations are toxic. If you start paying attention to your body after each conversation, your body will start letting you know, hey, I don't really like talking to this person. Okay? Hey, I don't really like having that conversation. Your body will say, I don't like how I feel when I have this conversation about this topic. We've got to start listening to our bodies, even in our conversations. Because not doing so, we are allowing ourselves to rehearse the pain every single time. So now begin introducing some dream language in your conversation. And that's going to take a little bit of shifting. It's going to take a little bit of work and thought and intentionality when you start having phone calls. Instead of saying, I'm so overwhelmed, I want you to try, I am restructuring my priorities. Instead of saying, nothing ever works in my life, I want you to try, I'm learning what doesn't align. That's good, right? Instead of saying, I'm stuck, I don't know what to do, I want you to try, I'm in transition. You see the difference in there? You see the hope that's created just by changing the vocabulary? Listen, language, the words that we speak, it's actually shaping our biology. So let's move into our anchoring affirmation for this episode. We're going to breathe and we're going to anchor ourselves in what we just experienced. Take a deep breath through your nose. Now, take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it, and then slowly exhale. And again, take a deep breath. This time, place your hand over your heart, and then we're going to slowly exhale. Now, I want you to repeat this to yourself quietly. I'm going to go through a list of different quotes that are going to help you to anchor yourself in this message. I choose conversations that build me. I release the rehearsal of chaos. My words nourish my body. My vision fuels my peace. Now, breathe that in and hold it for a moment. Relax and let it out. Because peace is not accidental. Peace is intentional. Peace comes from conversational discipline. It comes from you being more focused and intentional about every conversation you have. Now, I'm going to give you a charge before we close this episode. This week, I'm going to invite you to be intentional in every conversation. If someone tries to pull you into their drama, you can redirect them gently. You can stop them and say, hey, I don't like the way my body feels when I talk about this subject. Can we talk about something different? It's that simple. I've done it, I'm doing it, and it is working wonders in my body. And even if your own mind starts spiraling about something happening in your life, you can interrupt your own thoughts and say out loud, but what am I building? When we say something out loud, it counteracts what's happening in our mental chatter. Okay? Guiding principle number 3 says discuss your dreams, not the drama. Why? Because the body is listening and your nervous system, it is responding. Every single conversation, your nervous system has a response. And your future, it's forming around every word you choose. Every conversation you have is building your future. If today's episode resonates with you, if you're sensing that pull towards wholeness, but aren't quite sure how to live it out day by day, I want to gently invite you to a deeper space with me. My book, Restored Soul, was written for moments just like this. It's not written as a manual, but it is a companion. It is a place that you can anchor when your healing begins to feel unfamiliar. You can find the link for this book in the show notes. And it's no pressure. It's just an open door for you to tune in and go deeper with me on this journey to restoration. Now, as we close today, I want you to remember this. Breathe, because your nervous system deserves peace. Choose, because your healing, it's an ongoing decision. And then anchor, because your soul, it needs something steady every single day. Now, until next time, stay rooted, stay gentle with yourself, and keep on living the restored life. Breathe, choose.